Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 30. It's a very special episode. I just got out of prison. I was treated so unfairly. And, I figured I need something to lift my spirits, right? We call it Lift the Spirits. So we got a fan favorite. The people love him. Even the haters and losers. Even Alvin Bragg. I call him Fat Alvin Bragg. Even Ron DeSanctimonious. All the really haters and losers, they all say, we love Mexican Trump. Mexican Trump, thank you for coming on.
First of all, mucho gracia, okay? That's what we say. And my heart goes out to you, mi corazón, because what you went through, not fair, okay? Very bad.
Such a disgrace.
Disgraceful. And I got your back. Whenever you need, if you want to escape persecution, you come down to Mexico. People say it all the time. They say, we're going to kill somebody. We're going to drive to Mexico. And we welcome them in, okay? We like to killing people. It's very part of our culture. So whatever happens, you can always come down here because it happened to me too. And it can absolutely, sure, I've been persecuted. I've been put in jail, Mexican jail, believe it or not, okay? And it's very bad.
Not shocking,
True.
But look, we're brothers. Keep going.
I've been arrested for public urination, okay? Public intoxication, and there was even a Me Too investigation and an accusation, okay? And it left a bet, like I didn't do any of those things, okay, obviously. But it left
I think I saw something on Dateline one time, briefly.
That's true. That's true, because it's called, I was on Date Rape Line, because obviously, okay? But what they're doing to you is so unfair,
There was a point where that plane took off, my beautiful plane took off from Florida, and I thought, you know what? Turn it around. Let's go to Mexico. Let's escape. Let's OJ it, okay? We call it OJ. Remember the white Bronco? Very iconic, and I like iconic things. I said, boy, how do you take the white Bronco to the next level? Plane. You got to plane it. A big, beautiful plane with your name on the side. Go down to Mexico. I said, I never had a drink in my life. But I have my first drink with Mexican Trump. We'll have some margaritas. We'll get some prostitutes, right? It'll be a big party. But then I thought, you know what? I can't do it. I was ready to say, America, stab me in the back. And I said, you know what? I can't let the people down. I can't let Bob the farmer or Jim, the guy who works at Walmart, or Tommy the bartender, all these people. I thought of these people because I care for these people.
Sure.
I care for these people, Mexican Trump. And I know you care for your people, Maria and Pedro and Juan and Sanchez and all the people, your people, your wonderful people with the maracas.
And my son, Barron.
Tell Barron I said hello.
Tell him I said hello.
Did he get his Christmas gift?
Yes. It's more Mexican Christmas, okay? We put the presents on top of the tree. Okay.
Right. It was a pocket pussy. I said, the kid's old enough. He's 15.
Let him get there, sure. You need a piece of rubber to, make you feel like a man at night, and that's what we're going to do. But when you come down here, we're not going to do a fleshlight, nothing, pocket puss. We're going to go out and get, first of all, prostitutes. Second of all, pasta toots, okay? That's when you fart a lot after you eat spaghetti. It's the pasta toots.
Very interesting. I'll stick to McDonald's.
We don't have the Mickey D's.
You don't have Mickey D's? Oh, my goodness. So, look, tell me, how was your experience when you were incarcerated? Did they take a mugshot? They didn't want to take my mug. I wanted the mugshot. You look at these iconic mugshots. You look at these iconic celebrity mugshots. You've got Charlie Sheen. You've got Lindsay Lohan. You go back even further. You've got... you've got what was this? The classic, the Fly Me to the Moon. Frank Sinatra. Even Elvis. They had Elvis. Michael Jackson, friend of mine, but I don't want to compare myself to that one. That one was a little creepy looking, but
sure.
I wanted an iconic mugshot. I wanted my, they say posters, they say college girls at the music festivals. All over the place. They go to the desert. You would probably know. What do you call that music festival in the desert?
Bachata Colada. We call it here.
Bachata Colada. They call it rolling, right? They're rolling on the Molly.
Are you talking about a Coachella?
The Coachella, right? The Coachella.
Down here we call it Coachella.
Ah, Coachella, right. Unbelievable.
The two L's, okay?
but all the teenage girls would have Trump's mugshot on their face, and because I'm doing great with teenage girls, by the way. If you look at the poll numbers, if you look Ron DeSantis, teenage girls, 1%, Donald Trump, 99%. Okay?
It's true.
And it's really across the board with the African Americans. And believe me, I got a lot. You know this. I've always had a great relationship with the African Americans,
Sure.
but now that I was in jail, I have an even better. Almost everyone in there happens to be an African American, and I'm like, you know what? I thought I got you all out. I thought you got P&B Rock. You had little. I can't remember which one, but there was a lot of Lils, right? Lil Wayne. I definitely got him. But I remember that.
Sure.
Good guy.
You resurrected Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD, right? We brought Juice WRLD back from the dead.
God bless.
And speaking of resurrection, I came back. I went in, but I came back out. I came back out.
See?
And I came down here to Mar-a-Lago, and I made a great speech, and I was like, everybody could fuck off. Everybody could SMD. We call it SMD.
Sure.
And but look, I want to let you talk because you're my guest, and I've done enough talking. I want to listen. It's time for Trump to listen, and to really be comforted. I've been seeking counsel from the wonderful pastors. We had the prayer call, but the audio was a little bad, so I kind of was like, "What the hell is this?" But I talked about it on Truth. We call it Truth. Doing tremendous, better than Twitter, better than Facebook. Better than really anything, if you want to know the truth. It's like truth. I mean, they're putting everything else out of business. But
it's true.
I need some words of wisdom. I know you people are very Catholic down there with these sacraments, right? A little bit
of course. Maria, Maria. Not just a song by Carlos Santana.
Chica remind me of a West Side Story, right?
She does. And her body is so smooth, like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you, okay? You got the kind of loving that should be so smooth. Give me your heartbreak reel or just forget about it, okay?
See that? You're turning the mood around. You're making me feel so much better.
And I feel bad because when I was incarcerated, I didn't have to do the mugshot, okay? Because we don't have cameras down here. I don't know if you know. But they treated you very unfairly across the board, right? But across the board there, they're not going to treat you like that. We're going to treat you like something like a gold something, okay? We're going to, like I said, we're going to eat the spaghetti, get the prostitutes. We're going to sleep with women, the prostitutes. And we're not going to pay them to hush, okay? We're not going to get John Cohen or whatever who is...
Cohen, right? Cohen, yeah.
To send them their money because we don't have money.
I mean, you look at that guy's face. I don't know how I ever trusted him in the first place.
Look like an Addams Family. Something.
Addams Family. He looks like if Adam Sandler got hit in the head, maybe was missing a couple chromosomes. He looks like Adam Sandler's evil older brother who's jealous of Adam because he's not funny, never got on SNL, and ended up in jail, and he's so bitter, so he sucks up to these people. Fat Alvin. Fat Alvin.
Fat Alvin. What a piece of work.
I don't know. I've never seen such a thing. The neck and the head are one. It's like his shoulders and his neck are the same width, right? You got measurements. You ever been fitted for a suit?
Sure.
They say your chest size, your waist size. Alvin Bragg, they just measure his neck and his face because his face and his neck, frankly, are the same width as his torso and his shoulders. I've never seen anything like it.
They wrote a song about it. Did you know that?
What's that?
They wrote a song about him. It's my head, my neck, same size as my booty and my crack, okay? Everything is the same size with that guy. I mean, it's crazy. It's really
I remember
crazy.
that when there was a good dude.
His big old head, we would not be able to prosecute him here. Even if you tied him up and you brought him down here, we wouldn't be able to punish him because what we do is we put a tire on top of somebody's head. We light it on fire, but the tire's not going to fit. It's just not going to fit, okay?
I would love to see a tire lit on fire on top of that guy's head. Horrible guy. His wife looks like a gremlin. His Trump-hating wife.
She looks like this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these people are sick, Mexican Trump. These people are sick. Then you got Ron DeSantis down in California, Florida. And, he's claiming he won a victory over Disney World. Meanwhile, Mickey was found in an alleyway overdosed on fentanyl.
It's true.
Fentanyl. But
it was very sad because many was holding him, and she was like, Mickey, ¿por qué? And I tell you
want
why,
to cry.
porque.
Not that I would ever cry, except for one time with Jordan Peterson. He's great. He's coming on next, actually, to the audience. Stay tuned for Jordan.
It makes you want to cry, you say?
I mean, the guy has a way of getting to you. Really, it's something else. Something about he brings up Pinocchio. Speaking of Disney, he brings up Pinocchio. Somehow Pinocchio. Something about that damn Pinocchio story kind of it tugs on the heartstrings.
Well, don't start to cry here. Okay.
Oh, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna
We have
cry.
to be very masculineness.
Oh, don't worry. There's no crying here. There's no crying. You can't break me. You can't break me. You can't break me. I was breaking people in the clink. Okay.
You have to build a wall around your heart. And if you want, Mexico can pay for that wall.
Oh, I've had a wall. I've had a wall around my heart since the age of 1. Okay. My dad was very tough, and when I got into jail today, I'm not going to show you but I got a tattoo. I got a jail tattoo. I'm not going to show it. I'm not going to show it, but I got a jail tattoo.
Of course.
I did a couple. I don't want to say the word, but I forced myself on a couple of men.
Sure.
Happened to be large African American men, like if you've ever seen Michael Clark Duncan or The Green Mile. I think that might be the same person, actually.
They're gonna call you the Orange Mile. You know they're gonna say
The
that
Orange
about
Mile.
you.
Oh, I had everybody in line. Okay, I had everybody in line.
Sure.
And by the way, like the Green Mile, I'm like that. I'm like a little special, like a little autistic. Okay.
When you grab the guy's balls, you still do that part?
I grabbed everything, but not in a gay way. In like a dominant way.
Sure.
You know?
Like a Brazilian. When a Brazilian
have you ever
fucks a
been there?
guy.
Have you ever had to dominate another man sexually, like another mojito or another hombre?
I don't think there's 1 minute in my life where I'm not dominating some other man, whether it's sexually, intimately, okay, financially, or even foodly. Okay, I eat more than anybody around me. They sit around and I say, yum, yum, and I don't stop, really.
You know, I would love, when I get back into office, I would love to invite you to Coney Island once a year. They have a hot dog eating contest.
I'll eat the dogs.
You and me, we can compete. And we could see whoever eats more hot dogs. And really, I mean, look, I think this episode...
I would do it. I mean, I've eaten cold dog before, okay? Gets rough.
Eat cold dog, like in a Chinese way? Or I don't know what you're talking about. Do you care to elaborate?
The Chinese stole that from us, okay? We had a lot of food chain issues. We would eat capybaras, the big rat.
You know,
dog.
I will say, that is something I respect about you people down there, is that in a lot of ways... You know, you're not as they call it. You could call it third world. You could call it whatever you want. But there's something about third world that makes you a little tougher,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You got these kids on the radical left, and they're like, "Oh my God, I want to kill. I want to cut myself. Life is so terrible." Somebody called me the wrong pronoun. Meanwhile, you people are down there eating kittens and rats and dogs,
See?
and I think there's something to be said for that. And I could do it. I had no problem in jail today. By the way, I kind of liked it. I was almost institutionalized, if you want to know the truth. You've seen Shawshank Redemption. Brooks got out. He killed himself. He said he was so used to life in jail that when he got out, he didn't know how to adjust. Decades had gone by. The world had changed. People had phones and automobile cars that weren't there. But when he went in, they were riding horse and buggy. I was in there for I don't know, an hour, but I had dominated so much. I got so used. And I dominate everywhere, like you.
Sure.
But I said I got out, and I was looking for another man to, dominate. And then I said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm not that way.
Sure.
I got Melania. I love Melania. Okay?
Gay habits die hard.
It's true.
And they're born hard, too, really, if you look at it. I mean.
Yeah. And look, I mean, I grew up in New York. I've seen some things. I went to Studio 54 in the 1970s. A lot of people that were sniffing I never sniffed anything.
Sure.
But I saw some things. And but look, let's change the subject, right? I'm out of jail. I had a great speech at Mar-a-Lago. My kids were there, but Ivanka decided, I don't know what the hell's going on with her. I don't know what she's like. Oh, Dad, I can't. I don't want to be involved. I want to raise my kids. I'm like, your kids aren't going to have a country.
It's true. Well, they can always move back to Israel and kiss that wall and, do whatever they do over there. Because, Jared, right? He's a real beauty, that one. Jared.
I'm sorry, who?
Jewish Jared. We call him.
Oh, Jared, right. Jared does great with the deals. He got a lot of money for the Middle East,
Sure.
and then they took off. Very interesting.
They call him Jared, okay? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Look, this is a delicate, we call it delicate subject with the Jews. You saw what happened
It's
to my
a
boy.
super delegate.
My boy Ye. You saw what happened. So
You
they
saw
call
it, yeah. Jonah
know the
Hill.
line. I could say whatever I want about this group and that
Sure,
group,
sure.
ban this, ban that. But we gotta apply it like lotion,
Let me tell you.
like a
Okay.
masseuse.
I ordered on Amazon the 21 Junk Street because I don't want to have to feel this hate in my heart anymore, in my corazon, you know. So I ordered it Delivery Express. So I can't wait to see it, and maybe I don't feel that way, okay? Maybe I think they only run like half the world, okay? They only control half of that bank, something like that. And then I watch it again, and then I think, the problem here is everybody else, okay?
I think what you're getting at, and look, I gotta say, I had you on, and I knew you were the right guest for this horrible day. But really, it's a day of, really, it's sad. But we get back up every time you get knocked down. You get back up, and I said I gotta have on Mexican Trump, and here you are cracking me up. You heard my laugh, and nobody laughs like I laugh. And
Jordan Peterson make you cry? I'm gonna make you laugh, okay?
Exactly.
You're gonna love the
'Cause
way
we're
you
not
look.
we're not alphabet like Jordan. Jordan's a little alphabet. We could do alphabet activities, but we retain our masculinity.
I will give him an alphabet. I say, I bet you $100 you cry first.
Ah, I like it. And we'll be watching hot dogs while we watch him. We'll be eating hot dogs, competing like we do, while Jordan cries. And really, that's how the world works, right? Somebody cries while talking about making your bed and folding your socks. We'll have a hot dog eating contest, and everything will fall into place.
So true.
Alvin Bragg will probably have a triple bypass, double quadruple heart attack because karma. Because God's looking out for me, all right?
And that's nothing to brag about.
Ah!
Okay.
Look, one last thing, and that's a great pun. We call it pun here. I don't know what you call it there.
El Poon. El Poon. El Poon. El Poon.
El Poon.
El Poon.
In closing, I just want to say I think we should all go to Netflix or whatever streaming platform, or some people, they still go to the public library, and that's okay. We call it poverty, but it's okay.
Sure.
And by the way, send even the poor, if you want to make more, send to 1-800-TRUMP, $20, $30, $100, anything you get, because it's not good. Things are not good. We need all the money to fight these evil people. But look, I'm getting off subject. Everybody should watch a Jonah Hill movie, whether it's 21 Jump Street or Wolf of Wall Street, or what was the first one he did when they were date rape? Speaking of date rape, they were, I don't know if we could say that on YouTube, date grape. They were with the girls, getting them drunk in, what was it? When he,
the fat Jewish kid with glasses, I think it's called. He was a little on the nose.
Great movie. I remember Ivanka saw it. She said, Dad, you got to see this new movie. They call it Fat Jewish Kid with Glasses.
I thought that title was a little on the nose, but the nose is so big you could fit anything on that nose. So
You're going
really,
to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. We respect the noses, okay?
we love the nose. Strong, trustable.
Strong, trustable. Look, every race has some features that are, Asians have the eyes.
Sure. They have less eyes than everybody else, but sure, I guess they got the eyes. Really, what do you want to... They got their fish eyes. They take the fish eyes and they eat them. I don't know if you've seen that.
Eat 'em? Well, they're
They eat
resourceful,
it.
okay? They're resourceful.
They're
And
disgusting, frankly.
Mexicans, you could, there's different words. Mexicans, they're a little shorter, a little more brown, and that's
See?
okay. That's how they're able to travel with the, that's, figured out.
True.
It's evolutionary science, they
Yes.
call it, I think. But look, Mexican Trump, I want to thank you so much for cheering me up. You've been a great guest. The people love you. And if there's any last words you want to say, and that'll be it. And we'll have Jordan on next.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother F.
There we go. Mexican Trump, everybody. He's been fantastic. Hello, Jordan. Are you there?
Oh, I'm always here, but in what sense? It's like physically, sure, we're here. But you ever
Good
been
Lord.
around
Okay.
somebody that they're not, like, emotionally there?
Why does everything have to be so freaking philosophical, like Yoda talk with you? Look, I'm a straight shooter. I'm gonna talk to you straight.
Sure.
I need a little counsel, right? We call it counsel. And look, I've always relied on my big, beautiful brain, right? I got a big, gigantic brain up here. Trump brain, only 5 easy payments of $69.99.99.
That looks like you've made that yourself.
Yeah, I did. Okay, and I made the recipe too. Once again, due to my big, beautiful brain. But look, Jordan.
Sure.
I need a little counsel on anger management.
Sure, I could give you counsel on that. And speaking of counsel, it's like the Jedi Council. You don't remember what that happened when they did the First Order, where they were trying to, imprison all the Jedis, where they were the good guys. And you said Yoda earlier, too, and I think it's like kind of in your head that you know that your path is similar to that of the Jedi. If you got these amazing powers, and you work for the forces of good. It's like the Empire. It's almost like, you cracked in and somehow they elected Luke Skywalker the king of the Empire for when you were in office.
I like that. I like the ring of that.
But now you're exiled.
Luke Trump Walker.
I like it. Donald. No, yours was better.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, Donald Trump Walker. It's the same thing.
You're the one with the PhD.
But basically, it's like, what did Yoda say? He was like, do or do not. There's like no try.
I want to cut you off. I used to stuff kids in lockers who liked Star Wars. I used to say, hey, call them a couple words that you can't say out here. And I'd, stuff them in a locker, maybe give them a swirly, right? We call it Remember the Swirly. They tried to get rid of swirlies.
I remember that.
But they're coming back. Not that I condone. I don't condone, but...
I'll tell you what. Right now, they're trying to lock you in a locker. Okay, so maybe you need the help of the nerds, because they know how to best navigate.
This is why I come to you.
Sure.
Because you come at me with this knowledge. And you help me. And you get me to go places that I don't normally go. Because all I'm thinking about is the art of the deal. But I never thought about the art of the feeling.
The art of the feel. Yeah. True.
I got to tell you, there was a moment there today where I thought, you know what? F it. I'll just join BLM. I'll join Antifa. I'll start flipping over cops. Let's defund the police. These people, I'm sitting in a cage. But then I realized I can't do that. Because then I'll just turn into one of them, and that's not good.
It's not. Then you lower yourself to their level of demonic satanicry. And really, you're better than that. You've got the Force. And it's like, well, are there any Jedis left in the world? Well, we thought DeSantis, he might be one of them, like a Mace Windu with a purple lightsaber.
Sorry. That guy.
But if you think about Samuel L. Jackson, you don't like him?
No, the other guy. We're not going to say the D word.
Oh, Ron Vader.
Meatball. Piece of shit.
Well, let me see if I can make a pun out of his.
Sorry.
Ron Santis. Darth Santis. Ron Darth Santis. Yep.
I did good. I'm writing that down in my iPhone notes. Ron Darth Santis. Ooh, save. Sometimes you don't save. You got to press save.
I don't know what application would require you to press save, and I also have an iPhone, so I'm a bit confused.
Well, it's done. You click done, because sometimes, I butt erase, in your pocket, you pocket erase.
Oh, yeah. I've butt written novels.
Right, yeah, right. You're so smart. You're so smart. Great.
Yep.
Yeah. How many supermodels have you fucked?
Well,
exactly.
That doesn't matter. Do or do not, there is no try, right? So, why try if you're going to do not?
Is your daughter single, Michaela? I've subscribed
I don't
to her.
know.
I subscribe to her YouTube channel, and sometimes I watch it late at night when everybody else is asleep and I'm all alone. And she comes on, and I don't really know what she's saying, but I mute the volume, and that's another thing that gets me through these tough times. But anyways, no disrespect.
I thought that maybe you would I would usually be upset by that, but the fact that you are the Skywalker character, and she's like the Leia kind of character, it's like McLeila Peterson.
Right, yeah.
Leia Peterson.
Yeah.
McLeia Princesserson. So, but she's actually your sister. And I'm Han Solo. you know, it's falling apart, the analogy, but basically they're going to try to put you in jail and give you a swirly, right? And they're going to like try to, put you in that locker. But it's like, no, they're not. And you're like, some people are like, well, yes, they are. But it's like, no, they're bloody not. Bucko. So basically they're trying, but they're going to do not. You catch my drift there?
Yeah, but look, I think there's a tremendous difference between me doing some child adolescent antics and these people really, election interference, destroying democracy, overthrowing the will of the people, which is what they said I did on January 6th. January 6th was great. You want to talk about Star Wars? It was like when they came in the first Star Wars movie and they blew up the Death Star, and the Capitol being the Death Star filled with a lot of evil people.
Yeah.
But anyways.
And the missile that they launched into that little hole was like that QAnon guy with the horns.
The shaman.
No, actually, I would actually say it was that old woman walking around with the Trump flags.
Ah, that's deep. That was Yoda.
Just a homing missile of a woman.
Right.
Frail on the outside, but on the inside, you never know what she's going to do.
Right. A lot of heart.
Frankly,
that's my word.
I've been working on an impression of you.
Oh, I like that.
I could
Can I
try
hear
it.
it?
You want?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Frankly, really, if you look at it, right? Okay. There's so many people. Excuse me. There's so many people that would say psychologically you're imbalanced, okay? Frankly,
That's very good, Jordan. That's
think?
very good.
Thanks.
That's very good. You're very talented. Maybe, perhaps they should hire you on Saturday Night Live. Do a lot better than the crap they have now. These people.
Yeah, give me a break with all those dorks on there. Get them out of here, Damn, man. They make me so mad. But, true.
Third-rate television. Not like this podcast. This podcast is... this is entertainment.
Third-rate comedy for a third-world country. Trying to lock up the only savior around.
That's right.
I see you, my dude.
And I see you too, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
That's right.
About to get me a big, juicy...
So many deals.
Guava fruit. And eat that with my homies on the stoop with a big old bucket of KFC's
and a
mac and
Cardi B and
cheese.
Offset meal from McDonald's, which I love. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's so true.
So bigly.
That
That was fun.
Yeah, I felt very ethnic.
We let loose.
I like to have fun here.
The African Americans, they have a lot of, you could call it soul, you could call it whatever you want, but I like it. I like the, if you see the spring break, a lot of dancing in Miami, the twerking on top of cars, and I think it's very freeing. Sometimes I'd like to, I'd like to be black for a day. And,
Sure.
Because
most people use their brains to operate in life, but they both use their brain and their butts. So they have, from the top to the bottom, they're expressing themselves. Like, how often do you see white people expressing their emotions with their butts?
Not at all. Not at all.
Just all up here. It's boring. It's top heavy.
That needs to change.
We need to see some booties shaking around.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Jordan. Now you speak in my language.
Booties for Trump.
Booties for Trump. I'm going to put that on a hat, and it'll make millions.
You should put it on a pair of booties.
That's a good idea.
Yep. One says "Make America." The other one says "Great Again."
So anyways, look, we got to go off course here. How do I handle my anger? How do I not call Hillary Clinton the C word at my next rally? How do I not call Rosie O'Donnell the fat, also C word? How do I prevent calling people the C word in public or physically assaulting people like Fat Alvin Bragg, who, by the way, if you look at his stomach, it's the type of stomach you could actually stand on. Like, you could stand, like, two people could stand and dance on his stomach like at a nightclub.
Well, let me ask you something. What you just said right there, Was that an insult? Or was it a compliment? Now, what if I told you this entire conversation was actually the entire healing process, and I snuck it in an envelope of its seemingly absurd conversation, the message that you needed to be delivered to have this hateless heart? Try to call Hillary Clinton a C word. Let's give it a shot.
Well, I don't want to say it on YouTube, but you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I don't feel as much of an urge to go there.
Now, how about this? What do you think about Ron DeSantis? His boots. You didn't vomit. I don't see you going to gag or vomit at all. It seems like maybe the hate has left your heart. And without all this irrational anger that you have at these people, you can now focus on your own predicament.
This is true. You know what? This is true. But I will say this. When I think about Ron, I go back to the locker when I was 10. And, you ever heard of survival of the fittest, natural selection? At some part of me, I can evolve and I can become a more, disciplined person. I can control my anger and manage my feelings. But part of me, and it's in my core, it's in my DNA, will always want to throw somebody in a locker. And Ron, he could also change from the kid in the locker and become a governor, and he was in whatever Navy, la-di-da-da-do. But he'll always, nature, in his DNA, he belongs in that locker. So, in one sense, I pity Ron. Because he'll never beat me. He will never, ever beat me. So you know what, Jordan? I think you did a great job there. I think you did a really good job.
But
and
now,
I was ready to snap today.
What if I told you about...
Hang on. I was ready to snap today, but
you just snapped.
Yeah, but not really. Okay. Girl, you want to see snap? I could
that's
Real
good
Housewives
snapping.
snap.
Yeah, that's good.
That's snap. That's a Flavor of Love season 2. Delicious shitting on the floor snap. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Hoops, right?
Hoops was my favorite.
Okay, there we go. We got to do a marathon one day. You'll come over. I still have the DVD, the uncensored. That's
and just like
I watched
Flavor of Love
with your daughter.
Just like Flavor of Love, New York was the worst, and in reality, now it's also the worst place too.
Wow, Flavor of Love was sort of prophetic. I never looked at See, this is why you make the big bucks. This is why people pay you to do the speeches, and you tell the kids not to, to masturbate as much and to clean your room. That's why I have you on the show. But look, wait, where the hell was I? I kind of got lost. It's been a long day.
Saying that when you were, with the possibility of you being stuffed into a locker yourself, I think what you'll see is if you look out those little eye slots. So you could, it's basically they're there so nerds can breathe, and you could put mixtapes inside of girls' lockers.
Right.
When you're looking out, what if you see you, who was actually put yourself in the locker, and what if that little vent hole? What if what came through was two things? One of them, a DVD of Star Wars, highlighting perfectly an allegory of your predicament, and the second thing that came out into the locker was a DVD of 21 Jump Street.
Oh, this guy's good!
Frankly.
Great impression. And folks, on that note, I want to thank two people for coming on today. Mexican Trump, the one and only, legend in his own right, fan favorite, and of course, Jordan Peterson.
Thank you.
Jordan, you help a lot of losers all over the place. But today you have helped a winner who found himself incarcerated unfairly by a fat, overweight, a horrible person with a gremlin wife, and a city fueled by hatred of Trump because they don't want to make America great again. But you made me see it all. And the Jews. You brought the Jews together. You know what? I bet you I'll call Ivanka. Her and Jared will come over tomorrow. I feel like at the end of A Christmas Carol, I'm Scrooge. And I want to give Tiny Tim a turkey.
Sure.
So
just have him over for a nice 8 candlelight dinner.
Yes, we're gonna light all the candles with the oil. Tremendous, and
Sure.
and the chocolate coins, right?
The blood of Palestinian children, and just have a blast, really.
Right. Well, it's unfortunate what happens to those Palestinian children, but then
Yeah,
again,
who fucking cares? Who cares?
locker stuffer is a natural order to things. But look, but that's what I love. There's a natural order, but some people can overcome. Just not Ron DeSantis. But anybody could turn it around, right? I used to go to schools, right? I used to go to go to the inner cities, and I used to be like, you don't have to sell crack. You can, rap or play basketball instead. And I went to Kobe Bryant school, and look how that turned out.
Wow.
Not the death part. The death part,
Yeah,
that
he
was
died.
bad. Faulty helicopter.
You introduced him to the flight air travel.
That's true, but he died great. He died great, so that's fine.
Sure.
He's ready to pass on. He's ready. He did his thing. But my journey is not over, okay? And neither is yours, Jordan. So look, in closing, thank you so much for coming on. And are there any last words for the audience? This was a great episode, by the way. We had a great conversation here. This is like great. This is like Oprah level shit.
Well, to bring it back around to the Star Wars allegory, live long and prosper.
Ah, I like it. Wow, I didn't know I could do that. I'm so ambidextrous. It's unbelievable. Folks, this has been episode 30. A very special the freedom episode, the Shawshank. We'll call this episode Shawshank Redemption, maybe. Maybe unless I come up with something more clever, something more clickbaity. I mean, that movie came out 30 years ago. But anyways, thank you, Jordan Peterson, you Canadian doctor person, smart guy, for coming on and giving me all these allegories about 21 Jump Street and Star Wars. You're such a brilliant guy. And, wow, I want to thank you so much. Thank you, audience, for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Jordan, tell the people to click like and subscribe.
Click like and subscribe. Wait. Like and subscribe, you must click.
Ah, there you go. And you know what the kids, they say smash. They smash the like button.
Smash the like button with a lightsaber.
Yes. Folks, thank you so much for watching. You've been fantastic. This has been episode 30. Like, subscribe, comment, let the people know how you feel. And we're going to fight like hell. We're going to fight like hell to take back our country. And Jordan will be right there with me. Perhaps we'll be arm in arm with Mexican Trump, too. It'll be like you look at the black people in the 60s with the Montgomery bus boycott. We're the new Montgomery bus boycott, okay?
Beautiful.
We're the new Martin Luther King.
It'll look like the Star Wars cantina.
I have a dream, and that dream is that people can respect Donald Trump again, and which a lot of people already do, but the haters and losers, you know what? I feel like a broken record. We're going to come back. We're going to win big. It's going to be great. We love you. Subscribe, like, and have a great night. Have a great week, okay? We'll be back. We'll be back next week with perhaps some more wonderful guests, or maybe just me. We don't know. We like surprises. You always got to have a surprise up your sleeve. Thank you so much, and good night.